the top sneaker and trainer trends for autumn winter 2025. Well, hello there and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Kira and I'm your resident style solutionist. I share videos on shopping for the best basics on the high street, how to build a capsule wardrobe, and lots of fun trend videos. So if that sounds good to you, then do hit subscribe because I would love to have you back for more videos. So in today's video, we are looking at the top sneaker and trainer trends for autumn winter 2025. When I last did this video, you guys absolutely loved it. I think like me, you are all very much sneaker and trainer obsessed. I think any kind of comfortable, bouncy, like slightly casual shoe is just music to my ears. I absolutely love it, and I am so happy that over the last few years, sneakers and trainers have become a real fashion statement in and of themselves. And we're really seeing in the last even year or 2 years that sneakers and trainers have just become such a style statement. There are so many different styles and shapes and colors and patterns and brands that are so popular, that are really doing numbers on the high street. And I'm going to give you guys a rundown of all of the biggest trends that we're seeing in kind of sneakers and trainers and those kinds of outdoor shoes. As always, I will leave links to everything right down in the description below, so all the info that you need will be there. So let's kick things off with the first biggest trend that we are seeing with sneakers and trainers for autumn winter, and it is of course suede fabric. Suede is probably one of the biggest trends in fashion in general right now. It is seen across accessories, across clothing, across everything. So it is no surprise that we are seeing it in not just our footwear, but of course our trainers and sneakers as well. Now, when we think of suede trainers, you can kind of think that it might be difficult to keep them clean, but actually I find that the trainers and sneakers that I have in this fabric are actually not that difficult to maintain, especially when I use a suede protector spray, which I will link in the description below. But there are some amazing styles from different brands on the high street and also designer brands that are doing suede finishes. My particular favorites are of course the brown colorways, which is just so popular in general, really neutral, super easy to kind of work with what you already have in your wardrobe, and also the lighter creamier beige colors as well. I also have a soft spot for blue suede. I don't have a pair of blue suede trainers in my wardrobe yet, but it is something I would love to look into for the coming season of spring. The next big trend we're going to talk about is animal print, and again, this is a trend that we are seeing across our accessories, across our clothing, across our footwear, so it is no surprise that we're seeing it in our sneakers and our trainers as well. We have seen some really cool styles of, let's say, the Adidas trainers. A lot of them have like horsehair print or cow print or even leopard print in some of their styles, and they're so quirky and fun and a great way to add a touch of interest and just a pop of excitement to your outfit. So I think it's a really fun trend to incorporate with trainers and sneakers, especially if you really love that style of shoe. I think that incorporating some more kind of fun prints and colors, I think, is a great way to kind of liven up your wardrobe. So moving on, we're going to talk about a slightly newer emerging trend, but one that has stuck around for the last year, and it is the hybrid sneaker. I've been talking about this trend for at least a year, and it has only been gaining in popularity. We are seeing it all over the high street. We're seeing it all over our Pinterest, Instagram. We're also seeing it all over celebrities as well. So I have the perfect example of this trend to show you, and it actually hits a few different trend boxes in one, and it is the ballet style hybrid sneaker. So these are the very punchy and very fun red colorway of the Sneakerina style by the brand Vivaya. You've definitely heard me talk about Vivaya before. Some of my favorite and most comfortable shoes in my wardrobe are by Vivaya. They are a brand that focuses on serious comfort. It is really the heart of their brand. All of their shoes that I have from them are so comfortable, but they're also incredibly stylish, and they offer some really fun updated shoe trends as well. They're also a very sustainable brand, and all of their shoes are made from recycled plastic bottles, which is incredible. So this Sneakerina style is so much fun. It is obviously the most beautiful punchy red color, and it is in this nylon fabric. Now, I've shown you this before, but look how flexible and comfortable these shoes are. I've done some serious mileage in them. This exact shoe is also a celebrity favorite. Bella Hadid has worn the Yancy Sneakerina style multiple times, and I really wanted to pick up an updated color for my autumn winter wardrobe. I've been talking a lot about colorful trainers and pops of color with your footwear, which actually we're going to touch on later in the video, but the ballet style in general is something I really love because slim trainers and slim styles of shoes are so popular in general. We've we've really seen that big shift in the last like 2 years from chunkier styles of trainers to a more slimmer, elegant style like this. And the ballerina kind of hybrid style of shoe in general is just a very fun one to style. So I really like this color. It's so punchy and fun. I think it's great coming into autumn winter. I love these with, let's say, a pair of blue denim jeans, a basic t-shirt, a cool blazer, like a classic bag. I just think the shoes just give that gorgeous pop of color and interest. And the hybrid style in general, I think when people hear the hybrid shoe trend, it kind of strikes fear into their heart, but actually something as simple as this, as a ballerina style shoe in a trainer with these beautiful little ribbon lace details, like how fun is that? It's that bit of femininity and real like delicateness in your trainer, which we love. So moving on from the hybrid style, another style of kind of hybrid sneaker footwear that we're seeing is the Alpine style, or the kind of winter style of boot. And this is something, I kind of tie this in with sneakers and trainers because it's very casual and comfortable and kind of sporty. But I have another new style from Vivaya that I really want to show you, because I am currently sitting and it is pelting rain outside. It is so cold, so windy, so wet today. And these are my shoes of choice because they are so warm and cozy. So these are the Tyler winter boots, and they are not only water repellent, they are waterproof. They are so cozy and comfortable to wear. I've been wearing these on my dog walks. I've been so comfortable and cozy, especially on a Sunday when myself and Joseph want to go out for a nice outdoor walk, but then we want to go for a nice bit of lunch. I want to feel like put together and like I'm making an effort with my outfit, but I also want to be extremely comfortable. So this like puffer style of shoe is very much a trend in and of itself. I'm seeing so much more this autumn winter that winter style boots, alpine styles, and kind of ski styles of shoes are being worn not just on the slopes but just in winter in general. If you are living somewhere that is getting those wintry conditions, getting something like this, it's giving that trainer feel because it's slim, it's bouncy, but also it's very comfortable, it's padded. You can see here it has this built-in sock detail. This is the only part of the shoe that isn't going to be waterproof, obviously, but it basically just hugs your foot and your ankle. It is so comfortable. So I have an add-on to the Tyler boot that I really want to show you. And I know I've shown in some videos before how accessories and adding accessories to our footwear just completely transforms it. And as we're coming into like deep winter, or if you have like winter ski trips or ski holidays coming up, we have a pair of puffy leg warmers. These are so much fun. So these are designed to be worn with, I mean, you can mix and match your colors. There are some other different colors available, but these are designed to be worn with the boot. And the Tyler boot combined with the leg warmers, you are not going to be cold, that's for sure. These are so puffy, squishy, comfortable. They also have your little pulley here, so you can kind of make them a little bit more tighter on the leg. And again, while we're in like the later stages of autumn, it might not be the weather for a full padded leg warmer just yet, but I guarantee you when the weather does turn and it gets really cold, I feel like these are such a fun way to basically turn this into a full on winter boot. I feel like these worn with a pair of leggings, like a padded jacket, going out for weekend walks, you are going to be so toasty and comfortable, but it also gives like a really fun style note. I think leg warmers in general, I have been talking about them for a while. They are coming back. We're seeing them so much more, but they're also extremely practical. Like I wear my leg warmers to my Pilates classes, but I also wear them over my Ugg boots on weekends when I want to be really cozy and comfortable. So I think this is a really fun little addition. I'd love to know if you are someone who wears leg warmers for function or fashion, and how do you feel about them coming back? So those are two of the styles from Vivaya that I feel like really encapsulate some trends that we're talking about today. And I also want to let you know that they are doing their exclusive Black Friday offer. Now this is always their biggest sale event of the year, and this year their offers are better than ever. I'm going to leave the details here on screen, but they are doing a tiered discount system. So depending on how much you spend, the discount will increase. It is amazing. And as I said, it is their biggest sale of the year. I also have an exclusive discount code, which I will leave here on screen, and I will leave all of the info in the description below. So if you have your eye on any styles from Vivaya, this is their biggest sale event of the year. And then of course you have my discount code as well. All of the info you need will be in the description below. So following on from the kind of alpine winter style trainer, we are also looking at the running shoe. And I know this is something that we really have started to see over the last year. We saw so much slim trainers, and they are still a huge trend for this year. They're going nowhere. But what we've started to see is a more bouncier running style trainer being worn just as a fashion shoe in itself. The one in particular that comes to mind are the New Balance. I can't remember the exact number, but I'll pop them here on screen. They're New Balance running shoe. So it's basically a slim style, very chic, but has a bit more bounce at the bottom. Very cool. Comes in lots of different colorways. I've seen some people style it really well. It does give kind of an athleisure off-duty style, and I do think it's really gorgeous. And if you wanted to go down the designer route, Loewe have their own version of a running shoe, and it is absolutely gorgeous. It has that same kind of chunky, bouncier sole, that little bit of detail on the back. Again, it is going to be more of a designer price point, but if you fancied it and if you love Loewe, they have a really good option as well. Now, I touched on this previously, but bright colors are such a big trend when it comes to sneakers and trainers, especially coming into autumn winter. We have seen this throughout spring summer. We saw it last year as well, and it is going nowhere. So including louder, brighter colors, we've seen this so much with the yellow Onitsuka Tigers. We've seen it with the Puma Speed Cats in the bright red color, or the Adidas, the Sambas, the Gazelles, the Specials in the array of colors that they come in. There are so many color options. I personally really like a pop of a block color, which is why the Vivaya Sneakerina in that bright red color is so gorgeous. When it comes to injecting color with your sneakers and trainers, I do think it's good to go with a color that you know you already like adding to your wardrobe already. It's just going to make things easier. For me, I love adding reds and burgundies. It's something that I already see a lot in my accessories, so I like adding it with footwear. I think it works super well. I know this doesn't technically count as a bright color, but I love choosing brown in my trainers and sneakers because I know that those kind of autumnal earthy tones are really easy to style. But when it comes to brights, my favorites are blue and navy because I find they're easier to kind of color match. Also like a deeper green, like a forest green, but red would probably be my favorite one. The next big color trend that we're going to be seeing with our sneakers and trainers is metallic finishes, especially coming into autumn winter. We're seeing so much of this. In particular, brands like the Onitsuka Tigers, the Mexico 66 style came in a beautiful metallic-y finish, and that shoe is so popular. But we're seeing metallic across the Adidas styles. We're seeing it across lots of different styles of trainers. I do think it's really fun, and especially coming into autumn winter, it's kind of a dressier take on a trainer. I do feel like if you're going out for like drinks at this time of year and you're wearing like a cool pair of jeans or trousers, a pair of metallic trainers and like a fun top, I think it reads kind of dressy, casual, cool. It's obviously not dressy because it's a trainer, but it's like fun for going out to like a bar or a pub or like a kind of chill restaurant. I think it totally works. The next trainer term we're going to talk about is hiking styles, and I did touch on this when we were talking about Alpine styles and these kind of winter boot styles, but hiking styles in general have been huge this year. We saw them last year. They came in with a bang. I think it worked really well to juxtapose against the slim trainers that we were seeing so much of. We saw the likes of the Solomon, I think it's the XT6s, come in as a super popular shoe, and even though they're a hiking style, they're kind of a slimmer hiking style. I do think this is a really great option if you're someone who is super active, if you want to have shoes that, like with the Vivayas, that you can wear day to day on your walks, you know, if you're going on like a casual hike, but you also want to be able to wear them for like streetwear in general. I think the Solomons are a very similar type of shoe, and I do think that they're so popular with the likes of the kind of, I don't know, cool Scandinavian Copenhagen fashion girly, and I always love seeing how well they juxtapose them. It always makes me think of the styling kind of theory called the wrong shoe theory, which is where you take something really feminine, like let's say a floaty feminine A-line midi skirt, and then you pair it with a pair of Solomons, like a pair of kind of tougher hiking shoes. It adds that fun kind of conflict and push and pull to an outfit, which I think some of the best like street style stars just do so well. And then of course, I've mentioned them so many times in this video, but the slim trainer is still probably the dominant trend that we are seeing this year. I mentioned it with the kind of hybrid ballerina style slim trainer. Obviously that is such a slim style, but in general, slim styles of sneakers and trainers, whether it is the Puma Speed Cats, if it is the Onitsuka Tigers, or the Adidas, the Gazelle, the Special, the SL72, you know, they're all so similar in that they are slimmer styles. Of course, they come in different finishes and colors and fabrics and that kind of stuff, but they all are slim trainers. And I do love this because I feel like it's made trainers more wearable for every day. I often wear my slim style trainers with a pair of tailored trousers, with a pair of jeans, and I feel like it's easier to style than a super chunky trainer is. While it is definitely a trend that is everywhere, it is really so customizable. So just because you're going for a slim trainer, there are still so many different finishes and colors and patterns and brands that you can go for. I'm here to tell you that slim trainers are going nowhere, and it looks like they will probably be the biggest trainer trend for not only 2025 but for 2026 as well. The final sneaker and trainer trend that we're going to talk about in this video is a little bit of a controversial one, and I would love to hear your opinion. It is the wedge sneaker. Now, I did touch on this earlier in the year, and I know it is a controversial topic, but wedge sneakers are back. They have been coming back for a while, and now we are seeing them all over our social media feeds. They are also all over the high street. Brands like Isabel Marant are definitely the kind of iconic wedge sneaker style that we think of. They were super popular in, I think it was the 2010s. Some of us still have our wedge sneakers from that era. If you're one of those people, I'm very jealous. I would love to have an original pair of Isabel Marant's. You can get them now on the pre-loved market, but they are going up and up in price with the demand. But it is definitely a style of sneaker that obviously isn't the most athletic and practical. You're more wearing this as kind of a fashion shoe. However, it is still going to be quite comfortable. Wedge styles in general, we're seeing wedges in our boots and wedges in footwear, but wedge sneakers are back, whether you like it or not. But I would love to know in the comments below, are you a fan of the wedge sneaker? Did you wear them in the 2010s? Will you be wearing them again? I would love to know. They're one of the more controversial trainer trends, but honestly, I think they're super fun. I don't really have a pair of wedge sneakers in my wardrobe yet, but it's not to say that I won't. I always say this, I love to be the guinea pig for you guys, so let me know in the comments where you stand on the wedge sneaker trend or any of these trends, the Alpine hiking trend, the hybrid shoe trend. How do you feel about it? Will you be wearing them? Which ones are you loving and which ones are you avoiding? So there you have it, guys. That is a rundown of the biggest sneaker and trainer trends that we're going to be seeing for autumn winter. And as always, everything that I mentioned will be linked in the description below, including all of the discount codes that I have for you and all of the top trainer and sneaker styles for autumn winter. If you like these trend roundup videos, then please do give me a thumbs up to let me know. And if you have not already, then be sure to subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every single week, and I would love to have you back for more. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.